And we're back once again, only on Last Call. Last Call with the alcohol, only on the Last Call YouTube channel. Now, joining me here on the line, this man, Will, he is hottest free agent on the market. A lot of people wanted him. A lot of people were aiming to get him, but now he finally has a contract and a home. And well, it took some hard negotiations. And he's very happy with the deal. Let's just say I give you once again back on the show here. Well, the human highlight reel himself, I give you King Archie Colgan. Archie, let's start off here with first, congratulations on the new contract. Are you happy with it? I mean, at the end of the day, is this the contract that you wanted?
Yeah, I'm very happy with it. We signed for the next 4 fights, and yeah, everything went smooth.
So how did this come about? Because a lot of people thought, okay, you beat Ben Simmons. It was a TV highlight reel, slam, ground strikes. They're gonna sign you, but all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm going to Eagle FC. And you had a fight. So what happened here? Was it just you had a price and they were started coming along to it, or were you looking at other people? Like what happened here that made you take them? They had to almost take a year to get it done.
Yeah. So I mean, I had a really good performance for Bellator last August, so almost a year ago. And then we were going to sign with them. That was just a one-off fight. There was no contract involved in that, and I think that they just weren't going to sign. They didn't want to do it at the time, and that was fine. So we moved on with it and just continued on with ourselves. Had a really good performance in March, and that kind of spoke for itself. Came back around full circle a little bit, and especially with the Eagle and Bellator, they're really kind of on the same page, trying to like work together and stuff, and Ali being the manager and him being, a mad scientist, he just got this all put together, and here we are.
So let's talk about that last fight. Well, we're definitely go back to the Bellator contract in the future, but I'll take you back to your last fight. It was you, Dylan Mantello.
Yeah.
He was pretty good. I mean, how big was it getting that win against a guy who he was coming into the fight 4-1? He had an extensive, amateur background. This was not some just schlub they picked off the street. This is a guy that people looking going, okay, it's a 50-50 fight. He might win. How big was that for your confidence going that, okay, I could beat, prospects who, are highly ranked. I can do more than just beat up on Hammenegger's.
Yeah, you're right. So that was awesome. Went out there and, things didn't actually go the way we wanted in that fight. I halfway through the first round, I broke my hand throwing a right hand. So that kind of, took away a lot of the options that were presented later on in the fight, like with the takedowns. When I took him down, there's a couple of times where we landed on my hand, and that just really hurt. And I wasn't, not to make any excuses or anything, but things that just didn't go the way that we had wanted or planned in that fight. That being said, that was something that I was really proud of. From my takeaway from that fight was just the way that I was able to not let anybody know that my hand was broken except for my corner. After the first round, I came back and I let them know. I was like, hey guys, my hand's broken. And but if you were just watching from the outside, there was no idea that you would have thought my hand was broken. I threw it, went back and counted it. I hit him with that same broken hand like 33 times in the rest of the fight. I still landed 5 takedowns after I broke my hand. Like, people wouldn't have guessed that my hand was broken. And, I just put on a good poker face and I didn't let anybody know. Definitely didn't let my opponent know that my hand was hurt. And yeah, so that was something that I was really proud of from that fight. And, just being able to dig deep, and which I know I've done it in wrestling, being injured and still having to finish through the season, finish through the wrestling matches. So I knew it was in there, but, breaking a hand in a fist fight is a little bit different. I was proud of myself for that. And of course, I'll tip my hat to Mantello. He was a tough competitor also.
how tough is that to do? Just block out pain, because it's not like, I mean, again, when I talk to boxers, like, okay, a couple rounds later, your hand goes numb and you don't feel it. You can still throw the punch and get used to it. For you, that's, I'm guessing 12 minutes, left, you're going, oh crap, it just hurts. And I'm talking, even you squeezing, making a fist probably was just like a sharp pain all the way from your hand to your shoulder. How do you do that? How do you just literally, keep that poker face, and yet you can feel that pain going, ooh, okay, yeah, this doesn't feel good. I know something really bad happened here.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was the only way that I can kind of explain it is, I remember it happened. My hand hurt for a little bit, but it wasn't like a sharp pain right away, but it hurt a little bit. And I went to go kind of make a fist. I was like, if you watch the video back, I'm going like this a little bit with my hand, and I could just feel the bones trying to work together, and they're like clicking like this. I could just feel it in my hand every time I'd make the fist. I was like, oh, that's not good. It's broken. But yeah, I mean, that's something that I did in wrestling. Like, I had torn knees in wrestling, and it's halfway through the season, and you got to either be committed to, am I going to get surgery now and then I had to sit the rest of the season, or am I going to finish this out and try to chase the dreams that I want? So I made those decisions in wrestling to finish out seasons with torn knees. And, so I knew that dog was in me, but yeah, it was, takes you to a different spot when it's your broken hand in a fist fight. I think I was kind of just going along the lines of, I would hit him once or twice with it, and then I would move and let the pain go away in that hand. And then once it went away, I was right back to it and hit him again with it. And then I'd let it settle down a little bit and creep back down, and then I'd do it again. But yeah, it was a fun experience.
So here's the next question I'm guessing you had is going to be, a recurring thing, because we've seen guys like Paulie Malignaggi, Mark Hunt, different scales, but they've broken their hand. It becomes a repetitive thing where it's like, okay, yeah, this didn't go well. I mean, so was there anything you could do going forward, or was it just one of those freak things where you caught him in the wrong place and it's like, yeah, that's just, bad luck?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of that. It was mainly that. I think, I hit him on the forehead. Forehead's a hard spot on the body. I went back and got with a very good surgeon here in Denver. He took care of my hand. I took the proper time to recover that hand. I didn't throw my right hand for a long time. I was still working. I had surgery. I fought on Friday. That following Friday, I got surgery. And then, 3 days later on that Monday, I started training again. But I didn't touch my right hand for a long time. I took the proper, procedure call to make sure that my hand recovered in the way that it should. It was a clean break, so that was good. I didn't need to go in there and put a bunch of screws, like planting it down in a plate or anything. He put one screw straight to the bone, and it healed right around it. It looks great. I mean, my hands are doing great. So, no, I don't think that happens again. I did all the right things that I needed to do to make sure that my best foot is forward, moving forward.
All right. So as we go through here, and as I said, you now have a contract. How much easier is that now with just the security of, okay, I got 4 fights. It's a company that's going to pay. I don't have to worry about bounce checks. I don't have to worry about them no showing. I don't have to worry about them canceling fights and never fighting me. I mean, for Bellator, I know, but there's all of UFC, that's PFL, but how big is it getting a contract from one of those companies going, I don't have to worry about job security in terms of not getting paid my next fight?
Yeah. Well, that feels great. Well, I think that when it comes to fighting, just because you got the contract doesn't mean you're secured for the next 4 fights, right? You have to go perform. You have to show up, because on their end, they can know if they're not satisfied with it, they can always, terminate. That being said,
True,
I know I'm about to. Go ahead.
I was going to say, but it's not like you've heard the horror stories, I'm guessing, and gone through those of you fight for a promotion, all of a sudden they go, yeah, we got to cancel the card, we're bankrupt, or yeah, we got canceled, we don't have money, so we can't pay you. It's like, you at least know Bellator has money, so they're going to pay you at least the first 2 fights.
Yeah, for sure. That part's nice. I got a wife and a kid. So, I got outside of fighting, you know, I got the normal man responsibilities to take care of. I got to feed and produce for my family. And it's nice to know that the hard work that I've been putting in, day out, for the past couple of years is noticed. And, you know, it kind of just speaks to what my coaches and I have been working on, that an organization like Bellator is that interested. And, you know, we got the deal done.
I gotta add, now remember we had Grant Neal on the show, and he literally said before your fight, you gotta watch out for Archie Colgan. He's going places. He is the next star. How nice does that feel when you have teammates who are recognizing you? And these are guys, these aren't just, you know, any schmoes here. This is a guy who he is, you know, in Bellator, he is, you know, accomplished, and he's going, hey, after 2 fights, you gotta watch out for this guy. He's gonna be a star. I am putting money on it.
Wait, say that again. Who said it?
Grant Neal.
Yeah, Grant's my boy. Grant is, you know, he's become like a brother to me. You know, we grew up in Colorado together and wrestled on the Colorado scene together. Knew each other a little bit. I went off. He went off. I went off to college to wrestle. He went off to college to play football. And then, you know, years later, we came off to meet again. We're training partners. And yeah, I love Grant. That's like my brother. It means a lot that, you know, that he has those things to say about me. But, you know, it goes right back to him too. You know, I know what he does. I know how he trains. He knows how I train, and he knows we both know what we're capable of. So, you know, when you see it firsthand, you know, it's just fluent. It just comes right off. He understands what I'm capable of, and I understand what he's capable of. So that being said, we both know that we could make it to the highest these levels. We just got to go out there and show off. So, you know, when he goes out to put himself out on a limb a little bit and speak about me, I appreciate it very much. I got none but love for him.
When do you hope to fight? I know, but you and I are talking off air. You have an idea of, okay. I mean, are you hoping to fight at least 2 times this year, 3 times? Like, for a guy like yourself, where it's okay, I need the paycheck. Yeah. How much are you hoping that, you know, these first 4 fights, like 2 or 3 of them, are before the end of this year?
Yeah, exactly what you just said. Like, you know, I wanted 4 fights this year in 2022. I've had 1. Unfortunately, I broke my hand. So that put me out from another one. But that being said, you know, we're in June. There's 6 months left. You know, God willing, my body is healthy and we continue to knock off these wins. You know, I would still like to get 3 more this year. See if we can get the 4 this year. Hopefully we'll fight in August. But if that doesn't play out, you know, then we'll see kind of how many we can get this year. But if we can get one in August and I can stay healthy and the body cooperates with me, then I don't see why we can't try and bang out 4 this year.
Last question to let you go. Who is more excited about the contract, you or your wife, the kid, the family? Because they've seen this whole road here that you've gone through, from college wrestling to MMA, as you said, going through the broken hand, the torn ACLs, you know, eating, you know, PB&J sandwiches because, you know, none of us might. I mean, who is more happy that you got the contract, you yourself or the entire family?
Man, I think we're equally excited for this. Little man, my son, he's just 9 months. He doesn't even know what's going on. But wife and I, yeah, we were both, when it was officially done, it was probably 11:30 at night. And I was laying in bed, got a phone call from my manager, Ali. And I jumped up, ran to the other rooms because they were sleeping, and I answered it. And, you know, he dropped it on me, and then I came back excited, and I whispered it to her, and then we were both just kind of like laying in bed, celebrating a little bit. So I think it was mutually exciting for us, but we just kind of understand, like, it's not like a surprise. Like, we're not, and I'm trying to say this as like unarrogantly as I can, but we're not surprised that this opportunity came, because we both know like what I'm capable of and the work that I put in, and those two combined just makes for, you know, an opportunity like this.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, it's the newest member of the Bellator roster. And as some will say, you know, This is a long time coming. I give you once again one of the uber prospects of MMA. I give you it's King Archie Colgan. Archie, before I let you go, so where can fans now check you out at? Where is the Twitter page, Instagram, the website? Where can fans hit you up at?
Instagram is King_Colgan. And same thing with Twitter. I got a Facebook page of Archie Colgan MMA, and we're in the process of trying to work out a website. So stay tuned for that. But let's just start with Instagram, King_Colgan, and I'm trying to work on my Twitter game too. So King Colgan on there.
Archie Colgan, ladies and gentlemen, once again, always an honor, pleasure having on the show. Stay tuned for more great interviews coming up once again, only on It's Last Call. Last Call with the Alcohol, only on the Last Call YouTube channel.